Okay. I don't even know how to see if you guys are even on here. I have no idea if I'm live or not. I know that there's, the chat doesn't work in one area. Why is it doing this? Like, I can't even see what I'm typing. So it doesn't look like anybody's here, but I'm not sure where the other chat is. And it says on my channel that I'm not live. Like, it says I have no live events happening. Okay, so it says I'm live now. So let me go here and just see. Entrepreneurs. Okay, let me skip this ad. Go here and just see. Entrepreneurs. Okay, let me skip this ad. Okay, so I think that I'm live, and there's a little bit of a delay. So this is where I think I need to go here. Okay, 1 second. I think we're figuring it out. It's not quite 10 a.m. yet. So, and then I wonder if you guys can hear me. Okay. So I wonder. Okay, just 1 second, you guys. Sorry. If anybody's here, I'm really sorry. I'm trying just to see. I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody else is here, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to get started, and I have no idea if this is working, and I'm not sure if it's recording. Let me just go back and make sure that I'm recording. So that I can play this later, and then I guess we'll just get started. And it's the strangest thing because I don't know. I don't know if anybody's here or not. So I don't know. And I think my internet is going to act all weird because I'm streaming live. And so it's like freaking out, like it doesn't know what to do. So maybe I really wish I knew if you guys could hear me. Okay, so is this recording? How do you record? I think it's recording, so I think everything will be fine. So let's get started. Okay, so I think I have one person watching now, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'll give it a couple more minutes because it's 9:58. So I'll give it a couple more minutes since my event started at 10 a.m. So if you're just joining, thanks so much. I'm sorry I'm having kind of some technical difficulties. This is the first time that I have done a live event in this form. I usually just do it where I'm talking to the computer, and that's how I'm recording. I recently purchased a webcam that zooms in and does all this really fancy stuff, and I think that it might be a little too fancy for me. I think it's maybe a little too technical, but we're getting it started here. So I'm going to give it one more minute, and we're going to start at 10 a.m. and we're going to look at this beautiful catalog right here, the holiday catalog. So I have to tell you guys that I have a little bit of a scratchy throat today. The weather's changing and it's getting cooler, and we've been sleeping with the windows open and the doors open, and I think maybe the cool air has just caused a little bit of a scratchy voice, and my throat's kind of hurting a little bit. I don't think I'm getting sick. I hope I'm not getting sick. Fingers crossed. But I have some hot tea here, and we're just going to hang out, take a look at the holiday catalog, and then I'm going to show you some holiday product as well. And we're going to make a card that is in this catalog in a few minutes. We're going to bring some product over here and make a card. But just in case I cough a little bit or I have to take a little break to drink some hot tea, just so you guys know what's going on. So again, thank you so much if you guys are just joining me. I'm seeing a few people pop on here. It's now 10 a.m., so we're going to get started. And I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. If not, that's going to be really weird. Oh, good. Okay, so one of my customers is here. And I'm so excited that Catherine's here. So I'm hoping you can hear me. So if you can hear me, can you just chat in and say like, okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so this is so weird because I'm just like in my house alone talking to the computer. So that's okay. I'll post the video later for everybody else to see that is unable to be here. So let's get started. And I have to look at a screen that I'm slightly delayed. So I'm going to have two screens up here, and hopefully we'll just get through it. So if something, oh, yay. I'm so glad you've joined us. So if something is like going wonky or something, kind of give me a minute to get back to the screen that you guys are in. So this is the holiday catalog, and I have a ton of product that is all over my craft room area here, and I'm going to show you guys the product as we go through the catalog. So one of the things that I'm really excited about with this catalog this year is it's very classic Christmas, like traditional classic Christmas. Let me shut my window because I have a lot of traffic all of a sudden going by. Of course, because I'm trying to work, right? That's how it happens. So when I was at convention and they were showing us the holiday catalog, I was ecstatic to see that it was more traditional. The last few years of the holiday catalogs honestly have not been my favorite because they've not been real traditional. They have been more like the real cutesy, kind of funny Christmas stuff. Last year we had that awful Santa Claus that was like he was in his pajamas. And he like was had his like face half shaved, and I thought it was the most awful line of product ever. I hated that set. So this year when they showed us this catalog, I was ecstatic to see that it was way more traditional and really fun. So of course there is a little message from Shelly Gardner right here, and I always love to just hear what she has to say. And then when we start off the catalog, I love that we just start right with kits because they're the easiest. And if you're part of my stamp club, we will be making these tags actually as a bonus project. And then we'll also, I'm thinking about making these shaker cards, like having a shaker card project, because I recently got into shaker cards and I really think they're a lot of fun and a lot easier than maybe you think they are. So my club gals are going to be, my club members are going to be making these products here. And this is really fun because I love making Christmas tags. When you want to just sit down and make something really quick, it's fun to make them. And this kit has everything you need. So that's really cute. And then these could also be used on cards. I mean, it would be really easy to use these on cards. I don't have this product yet. It's coming. I ordered it last night. So it is on its way to me. And then we have this wreath in here. And then we have a Halloween. I know that's the lighting on that. That's a little bit better. There's less of a glare. So the Halloween kit here with the Halloween hat and then this wreath. This wreath is meant so you could change it out so you could use it all season long. And I think you could even use it into spring. There would be some cute things that you could do to make it and use it into spring. A little tip with this, if you get this, I'm going to hold it up to the camera a little bit closer for you guys. So if you get that wreath, it's like these paper leaves that you put all around this foam piece. When you are using those leaves, you're going to want to make sure you space them out. A lot of us, the demonstrators that have gotten this kit in our pre-order and we've been putting them together, have found if you put these too close together, you run out of leaves for the rest of it. So you want to be careful. I'm not a big Halloween fan, so I'm sorry if you're watching and you're a huge Halloween fan. I don't do anything Halloween. I don't get these Halloween kits or projects or anything like that. And I usually don't get a lot of Halloween stamps. But I did see this at convention, this hat, and it is cute. So if you're a big Halloween fan, this would be a cute home decor item. So this is my favorite product right here. And here comes the trash guy, just so you guys know it's going to be loud for a minute. This is my favorite set of products. And let me just show you the paper. It is so Christmas. Like, this is home for Christmas. Beautiful, traditional, reminds me of being at my grandma's, reminds me of opening gifts with my kids. It's just really beautiful and traditional. This makes me think of my grandma. She loves holly leaves. And so it makes me think of my grandma right away. And then also these poinsettias right here. It just makes me think of being a kid. And that was the feeling they were going for with this paper. They told us at convention that they were really going for that really home for Christmas, traditional Christmas paper. One of the complaints Stampin' Up has recently gotten in the recent years has been that Christmas wasn't traditional. It wasn't that really fun traditional colors and items that make you think of Christmas. So I love that they did this paper, and I've seen a lot of people cutting these out, cutting these reindeers out, cutting these Santas out. If you look close, there is a Rudolph in the paper, like he's right there on that one, and then there's one right there. So this is really, really my favorite paper, and I think it's going to be beautiful for Christmas stuff. So then there's other products that obviously coordinates with this. And one thing I haven't talked a lot about on my YouTube channel is the fact that Stampin' Up is now offering coordinating paper with, you can get a coordinating pack of cardstock with designer paper. So that makes it really easy. If you're trying to create something and you get this pack of paper, it's $7, you get 24 sheets, and you get 8 each of 3 different colors. And you know right away that those colors are going to coordinate with your designer paper. So I really love that. And then there's some other items here that go with these products. There's some enamel dots right here. And those look like, let me see, I don't think I have any white enamel dots. Those are pearls. I should have tried to, oh yeah, I do. So here's some white enamel dots. And they're like candy, they're like our candy dots. You're probably familiar with the enamel dots like from other companies. These are the Christmas ones. So there's white, green, and red. If it's a little out of focus, it might come back into focus. I know I just got a comment that said it was a little bit out of focus. Tell me if it stays out of focus. I turned off my autofocus. So let me know if it's still out of focus a little bit. I'm trying to make sure the lighting's okay for you guys. So just let me know and I'll adjust as I go. So anybody who places an order with me $40 or more, and they use the Hostess code that's on my website, will get a free set of these enamel dots. So just so you guys know, I have that offer happening, and that is good through September 5th. The Hostess code is on my website. You can check that out, and I will put it in the description below this video. Hopefully, if there's kind of a lot going on, but I'll try to make sure I remember to do that. So I do like the coordinating product that goes with this. I did not get the buttons, but I saw them at convention and I did like them. And then I am getting some of this red pom-pom trim because I think it's going to be beautiful to add to Christmas gifts. So here's some product that I think is going to be really fun. I'm not sure that I'm going to get the stamp set. No, I've got the framelit set. I ordered that last night to make these cute windows right here. I think it's going to be really cute to make that. And then I actually won this, or I was given this. I'm not sure if it was just a gift or if I won it at convention. I'm going to show it to you. And it's right here. And it makes these great scenes. And you don't have to just make these scenes to go into the window. You can actually just make it on a card. And I've done that. I've played with the fall part one. I've made a couple cards with that. And I actually just sent that card, so I can't show you. But it is super cute, and it's really fun to do some different things. And you get all the different seasons. Fall, there's this Halloween spider. That would be really cute. And then this is a winter, and here's a winter scene. And you get some great sayings. So I really love these sayings, and they're all in caps, which I really like, and I think they're great to add to cards. So this is a really great set, and you can get this bundled together. So you can get the stamp set and the framelit set and bundle it together and save 15%. So make sure when you're looking at your catalog before you order, make sure you're looking for these boxes right here that say bundle and save, because you're going to save a little bit of money by purchasing items together. Same thing over here. There's this this stamp set right here, and then there's a framelit set that matches. You're going to bundle that together and save. This set I'm really not sure about, you guys. This is maybe not particularly my cup of tea. I think it's cute, but I really don't know what to do with it. Like, I look at it and it kind of stresses me out a tiny, tiny bit, because I'm like, what do I do with that? Like, what do you do? How do you make that? Like, I never think of scenes like this, but I think that it's amazing that the framelits cut out all of these items. So if you guys have ideas for that, pass them along, because I would love to know what you're thinking about with this set. So I have this stamp set, and then I ordered the window last night, and I really can't wait to make some window cards like this. I've seen some people make some window cards that are shaker cards that have the sequins and stuff inside. That is fun. So then over here, I did purchase this. I purchased it last night, and this has that really great, I know this is kind of hard to see. I'm going to get my catalog closer to you guys since I don't have this product on hand to show you, and hopefully it'll focus okay. So we're going to go really slow, and we're going to come up right there, and we're going to hope that we focus. Hopefully that will focus. So right there are really cute little thinlit scenes, borders type things, and they are so cute. I did see them at convention. I didn't order them right away because I was really trying to not order a ton of Christmas stuff right off the bat. I was trying to get more fall stuff and use more fall stuff, but I did order this last night, and it's coming. I'm going to do a haul for you guys next week and share with you guys what I got for my second order from the holiday catalog. I have to try to space it out, or my husband will lock me in a closet and never let me out, because I tend to sometimes go overboard with the Stampin' Up stuff, but I love it. I think these are going to be a great addition that you're going to be able to keep. Now, a lot of times I get rid of my retired product. Like, once it retires, I go ahead and I get rid of it because I'm purchasing so much and I don't have the space. But Christmas stuff, I keep all of my Christmas stuff. So this year for the holiday season, I'm going to try to go back into some of my retired products that I love and mix it with some of the newer products, so you guys can see more of how to get use out of maybe some stuff you were buying last year. So let me just take a real quick look at the comments. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean about the Halloween stuff with the Christmas stuff. I know there's some like this back here. So Catherine had just said she wished that Stampin' Up wouldn't mix Halloween stuff with Christmas stuff because it's a waste. You feel like this stamp set right here, it has Happy Haunting, but then it has some Christmas stuff. And it seems like a waste. And that's why, to be very honest, that's why I didn't get this stamp set, because I felt like it was a waste to get it. And so my best advice for that is find a friend you can do this with, because like I know that Wendy got this stamp set and there's one in the very back I know she got, and so I didn't get it because I know I can borrow it from her. So that's my best advice for that. Having Wendy, that she's, you know, my close friend and my upline, and we often do that. Her style of stamping is so opposite of mine, and so lots of times we end up getting, between the both of us, we end up having the whole catalog and we just swap stamp sets. In fact, I have one of her stamp sets here now. I really needed to return it. So this is going to be a great set. This Christmas scene set is going to be a great set for you guys to be able to keep in your collection and use as, you know, more than just for this year. Now, I didn't get this set. I didn't, again, I feel like I have a really hard time using this. So it's still out of focus. Is it just that it's far away? I feel like maybe if I zoom in, let me try to zoom in and see if that will help a little bit. I didn't want to be too far out. Oh no, that's really unfocused. Okay. Okay, so you guys let me know if that's a little bit better, and I can just try to move my catalog around a little bit instead of you guys seeing the whole thing. Okay, so let me go back to your guys' chat. Sorry guys, I'm just getting the hang of this. Okay. So let me know if that's a little bit better, and I can just try to move it around a little bit. It's a little bit delayed, so it's hard. Okay, so on my end, it's focused really well. Like I just adjusted it. So I'm really not sure. I'm sorry. Is it better with it zoomed in a little bit, or would it be better to be zoomed out? Let me know and I can adjust. But as far as it being focused, it may just be because it's the catalog. I'm not sure. I'll see better when I do our project, which I really want to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and move on, and then let me know how it's working. So I didn't get any of this product. I don't know that I will, because I really don't know how to use it. So if you're getting this product, let me know, and let me know what you do with it. So now, of course, I got this product, and let me just show it to you. Here's the framelit set. And here's the stamp set, and I haven't used it, but I got it right away. I mean, right when I could order, I purchased this. I haven't even put it together or anything. So I guess it doesn't matter showing you guys. I wanted to show you some of the detail of these. I got this right away on my very first order. I got the bundle. And I think it's beautiful, and I already have several ideas. I'm thinking about doing my Christmas cards for family, and my big stack of Christmas cards. I'm thinking about using this set, so we'll have to see. It cuts wonderfully, and we also now have the precision plate, which is right here, which I missed the first time I looked at the catalog, honestly. And this precision plate is nothing new. It's not something that like no other company has or hasn't been around. It's actually been around for a little bit. And it is just a metal plate, and you use this with your framelits, and it helps to cut. It gives you a really clean, crisp cut. Now, the precision plate is not meant to make all the pieces pop out. I know some of the demonstrators were a little bit maybe annoyed because they thought the precision plate would punch all the little pieces out, and it's really not meant to do that. It's really just meant to give you a clean, crisp cut. And then there's a little brush. It's like a little, I think of it as like almost like an eyelash brush, you know, but it's real little and it's on a roller. And if you purchase that, it's like $7 on Amazon. It will take all those pieces out real quick for you guys. So that's an option, but I do really recommend getting this precision plate and using it with these dies. So I did get this, and I will be using it. I got it in the bundle. So make sure if you're wanting this, you pick this up in the bundle and you'll save a little bit. So then I also got this, and it is right, I'm going to show you guys the actual product because it's prettier to see the product, right? I know I got that stamp set. Well, did I not bring it over here? I must not have brought it over here to my pile of stuff. Oh, because we're going to use it. That's why. So we're going to make this card right here. I'm going to do a couple things different than it is in the catalog, but we're going to make this card and we're going to use this product. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over this product, and I'll talk about it when we make our project. So here's a couple things. I got this last night, and I'm going to be doing some coloring with it, and I'm going to be doing a review of those clean markers that I talked about last week. I'm going to do a review, and so I got these little items to color. And I think they're really cute, but I think they're going to take a little bit of time to color, which I'm not a huge fan of coloring, but we'll see how it goes. So I purchased those, and then I didn't really get anything else on here. I didn't get this. I'm really on the fence about this, you guys. This is a corner rounder, and it rounds your corners in these like real fancy different ways. And I just don't know, like, I don't know if I really like it or if I really think it's necessary. I just don't know. So I've been kind of waiting to see if I see a project with it that like just blows me away, that makes me feel like I need to have it, because it is $20. And I felt like for $20, I would rather have a stamp set. So I'm a big fan of our punches and our framelits, and I pretty much always tend to buy those. But then at the same time, I do want to be able to have a good amount of stamp sets to play with. So I passed on that. And then this down here, I just want to point out, we have our new basic black and basic gray ink pads. When the annual catalog launched a few months ago, the black ink pad and the basic gray ink pad were not in the annual catalog. And that's because they were redesigning the formula. So this is now archival ink, and it is now, I'm sure they'll be in the catalog now going forward, but the ink that we had previously, it was not working with our firm foam pads. And so they reformulated it, and now you can get those. So I did purchase those. I actually got the black one at convention as a gift. And then I purchased the gray one. So this, I'm not crazy about this, you guys. I love my religious stamps. I love having stamp sets like this, but I'm not a big fan of this one. And this is the All Ye Faithful. I do like the sayings, but I'm not crazy about the images. And so I'm really on the fence about whether or not I'm going to get it. Now, I really love the way they did this project over here, where they embossed this image, and then that's all they did. They didn't do any coloring or anything. And I really like that. So I'm still really on the fence about it, whether or not I'm going to get it. I do love this down here, and this coordinates with our wonderful wreath framelit set, and I really love that. So I'm definitely going to get that, but I'm going to wait until closer to Christmas. This one over here, not sure about. I don't know. I just don't know how to use it, really, and you need to fussy cut it to do this. I'm not sure I really want to spend that kind of time doing it. I love it embossed, but I don't know, on the fence about this one. So you guys tell me if you get that one and if you think what you think about it. This is the Winter Wonderland. Now let me show you this paper. I'm gonna have to speed this up or we're gonna be here all day. I gotta get with it. So let me show you this paper because this paper is really pretty and it's very, very shiny. It's gonna look like my supplies exploded when I'm done with this live event because I'm just throwing stuff all over my desk. So this paper is really beautiful and it's thin, but it's shiny. It has like a shiny feel to it and it has the gold, and then there's this one that's shiny. This one is not double-sided, so you can see. And then I think there's one other one that's not double-sided. This would be really pretty for the black and white Christmas. I see those like that decor and that idea a lot during Christmas time, and I always want to try some of it, and so I think this would work really well. So I ordered the snowflakes last night, and then we're going to use some of this vellum in our project. So I'll talk about that when we do our project. And then I do love this stamp set, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. I really only like this image, and I have some other images that I think would work with that. So then we have this product right here, which is really nice. This is the snowflake. Punch and stamp set. And again, you can get this bundled, but I really like it. It has 2 sets of snowflakes, so that's really nice. I've not used this yet because really we've still had 100-degree weather, so why am I going to play with snowflakes right now? It's just going to depress me that it's been so hot. And then we have these large rhinestones, which actually I'm giving away today on this live event. This is going to be a prize patrol. So these are these little ice, they're called iced rhinestones, and they're a little bit larger than our regular rhinestones, which I didn't realize just looking at them in the catalog that they were a little bit different than our regular rhinestones. So I'm going to be giving these away at the end of maybe during the project, I'll give them away. So anybody who is present during the live call when we start our project, I'm going to pick one of you guys and I'll send this to you. So there's those, and then there's some cording trim, which is just that real thick cord, and it's in gold and silver. We have a lot of gold and silver stuff in this catalog, which I really love. We have a new embossing folder, and I don't know if you guys can see it. It's Falling Snow. I don't know that you guys are going to be able to get a good look at that, but it's Falling Snow, and it's in 6x6, which I wasn't really sure I would like these 6x6 embossing folders, but it turns out I'm really liking them because it's easier to get either look, like either going either way. So I really like that. So then we're getting into this. Now I've not got this stamp set yet because again, I'm waiting until it gets a little bit closer to Christmas until I start my Christmas cards. I think these are going to be great for the insides of cards. And then one of the things that Stampin' Up did that I really love that they did this year, my biggest complaint when it comes to designer paper is if you're making a lot of cards, and you know, which most of the time I'm making lots and lots of cards. My only complaint is if you find a designer paper that you like, then you have to buy like 100 stacks of designer paper, and then what do you like to get the one sheet? So I really love that Stampin' Up did this. They did this 6x6 paper pad, which I love 6x6 paper pads because they work great for Project Life and they work great for cards. So I feel like I get more for my money when I'm able to purchase the 6x6. So what they did is they only included 4 designs. So we have these large polka dots, the red small polka dots. Then we have this pattern right here, and then we have the green, and it has little ornaments on it. Now this is perfect because when I make a card and I need designer paper, I'm going to have a ton of the same design, and I'm not going to feel like I have to purchase 1,000 12x12 designer papers to make my cards, to finish them. So, oh, hi Becca. I think this is this Becca from our team? Let me know if it is. I think it is. So I love that that is something that they did this year, so I don't feel like I have to waste my money to get my cards done. So I love that. So this is a 6x6 pad and it's $8. And then we have some red foil paper. If you like the red foil paper, you're going to want to pick it up. We were told that this morning, we were told that it could possibly go on back order. So if you're interested in getting that red foil paper, you're going to want to pick that up. Okay, so this is some other Christmas paper. I'm going to show you the paper in person here because that makes it easier for you guys to see it. I'm going to pull this stuff out and we'll look at it. Now, this is really bright paper. I like it. I don't like it as much as I like the other paper. The other paper is definitely paper that I like better. So, but this paper is very bold. It's very pretty. It has very pretty colors. I don't know about this yellow. What do you guys, I think it's maybe supposed to be like a gold color. This is probably our Dijon color. Nope, it's Hello Honey. I was right the first time. But I just don't know how it goes. I feel like it's odd. Like, there's that. And then I guess maybe it goes with some of the ornaments, right? But I feel like it's kind of odd. So this is not, again, it's not my favorite, but it is good Christmas paper. I can see using it for a lot of different things. So there's that Christmas paper. And then I just want to point out, because that's the last Christmas paper, don't forget that we do have Christmas paper in the annual catalog. So this is the paper, the Christmas paper that's in the annual catalog. And it's great Christmas paper. And you'll notice that some of the designs are from this little stack. So wherever my little stack of paper went, some of the designs are from this paper stack. So don't forget to look in that annual catalog if you're not crazy maybe about some of the other papers. Hopefully this doesn't all get mixed up because I'm piling it everywhere. So I am going to get this, but I'm waiting and I want to see what other people do with it because I'm not quite sure it's my most favorite stamp set yet. But I love the two-step stamping. I think that makes it easy. And then you guys have to check out this ribbon. So this ribbon is, for $10, you get both. So you get this gold and the white ribbon, and it just sparkles. I mean, it is so beautiful. I used it on a wedding card recently, and it was beautiful. So let's speed this up. Okay, so I'm getting this. I ordered this last night, but it's too Christmassy, so I didn't want to get it to begin with. And then, of course, you guys saw me use this because I did a shaker card. And there's the framelit. And then here's the cute snowman. Where'd it go? Oh, this. This is so cute, you guys. And I love that this one is in photopolymer because it makes it easier to stamp. So great tip that I do is I take my items off these sheets. I slide the sheet right there in the back, and then I put all my images right in the case. So I don't have to fumble through and try to pull things off. Like I just open my case and they're right there. And yes, paper shares will be going out next week because I ordered all my product last night. So I should actually have it really a lot sooner than I usually do. So I always offer a paper share. So you get a sample of all the paper in the catalog so you can try it out. I do have a blog post about that, and you can check that out right on my website if you're interested in trying some of the paper out. This holiday vellum right here, did I pull that out to show you guys? I don't think I pulled it out. It's really pretty. This vellum is really pretty, and if you are getting a paper share, you will get a sample of this. And then we have some red and green ribbon. I ordered that last night. This stamp set I'm not crazy about. I got it at convention. I got it for free. It was my stamp set that I got. And I've seen a lot of cute things with it. Wendy recently at a team meeting shared a ton of different ways to use this stamp set, not even just for Christmas, but I just can't get on board with it, you guys. I could try to fake it. And I could try to just be like, it's amazing. I love it. Look at all the things you can do with it. but it's too plain, you guys. Like, I just don't understand how to use these kinds of stamp sets. And one of the techniques that they use is the kissing technique, where you ink up one of these images and then you put the solid image to the designer image and you kind of kiss them together, and then your plain image gets this image on it. I do like that technique, but I don't know. I can't fake it, you guys. I cannot get into the stamp set. I'm so sorry. So this is a set that has the words, the Christmas greetings, and then you pair them together with this. There's a bundle for this, and I got it. I'll share it with you guys next week. So then we get into Project Life, and you guys know I love my Project Life stuff. I'm not even going to go into a bunch of it because I share so much of it on my website all the time. So twice a week I'm sharing Project Life stuff. And I just got the accessory kit for the Hello December, and I did get more cards. And then also right now there's a giveaway for this stamp set that's happening on my Facebook page and on a blog post. And I'm going to pick a winner for this today and email out a winner. So I'll be doing that. And then here's some more Project Life stuff. So I do want to talk about this because this is beautiful. This, what's this called? This is an embossing folder. Sorry, guys. So this is an embossing folder, and I love it. And I love that it's easy to make a card either using it this way or this way. So I really love that I can do that. And I think I'm really loving these 6x6 embossing folders. They're throwing my storage off for my embossing folders where I had been storing my embossing folders. They're making it a little bit harder for me to store these. But I think that I'm liking them. I'm hoping that we will continue to do this. So I got the bundle. I got this stamp set, and I'll show you a card I did because I don't think I've done a video on it yet. Oh, here's one of when I used that other set. So it's all washed out because maybe that'll be better. You can't quite see the background, but this is from that other stamp set. I thought this was my swap card, but it's not. But anyways, that's from the other stamp set, and then I used that embossing folder. But I did get this stamp set, and I used Autumn Wishes for a swap card that I was doing, and it came out really nice. I liked it. Almost done, you guys. This comes together, and it's to make shaker cards. Oops, let me go this way. Wendy got this set, and so I've not used it yet. And honestly, I don't have an opinion about it one way or another because I haven't used it. It seems a little complicated. It seems a little complicated. So I'm not sure I'm going to like it. So, okay, just taking a minute to read comments, guys, and take a drink of my tea. Yes, I do strive to be honest with you guys, because I don't like to feel like somebody just wants me to buy something from them. So I really struggle with that. So I do really strive to be honest. If I say I really like something, it's because I really like it. And I know I really do love Project Life stuff too. I love the Project Life stuff in this catalog. It's really, really beautiful. And I think it's going to be really beautiful for the holidays. I've already used a lot of the product, and I did last night. I had already ordered the cards. I had already ordered these cards, but I ordered another set. Like, I went ahead and ordered the bundle. I won the stamp set at convention, so I just ordered the cards. There's the garbage man again, guys. Sorry. So I had just ordered the cards, but last night I went ahead and ordered it all, and the stamp set again and everything because I have a giveaway going on. But I think it's going to be beautiful to use this for December for my album, and I'm really looking forward to looking at the accessories especially. So if you really love Project Life, I really feel like this is a great Project Life set this year. So the very next thing is this bundle right here. This is a pillow box, and the pillow box is really large. So I was surprised when I saw it at convention. I was thinking of a pillow box as being like small, a smaller one, but this is a really large pillow box. And what I like about it is that a set of cards will go in it. So you can have the top come off and then have a set of cards, and I think it's a great gift. And I actually think that some of my club, I think I'm going to do it for one of my club projects in December or maybe even January, because I think it's such a cute way to receive cards or get cards or even store cards. So I've not got this bundle yet either because Wendy had it. And so I knew that I could use it. I could use hers and see if I liked it. So let me get back in here this way. Okay, almost done, guys. So this is the autumn fall paper, which I really love. I've used quite a bit of this. I shared this in a video, but I'll share it again here. This is some paper right here that is beautiful. It's watercolored, and I really loved seeing at convention how they created this. The artist that created the paper, it was really beautiful. But the other thing is that these images will fit into our 2-inch punch, so you can punch them out in circles and then use them on a card. The only pattern in here that I'm not crazy about is this. I don't know. I don't really like it. But all the other I really like. Here's green polka dots. There's some Blackberry Bliss in here that I really love. I used this for my November Project Life album. That's what I used. And then there's this I want to talk to you guys about. So this right here is the fine tip glue pen, and I love it. I bought 2 of them. I purchased 2 of them. Now this is just exactly how the glue comes. I'm going to get a piece of scratch paper, and I'm going to hope you guys can see this. Let me grab my trash. Okay, so you pull it out, you twist it out, and this is not a new concept, you guys. There's lots of other companies that have this, so let's not pretend Stampin' Up didn't come up with some amazing invention. So there's a little needle right there in the lid, and then this is a fine tip right here. So the glue that you get in this is pretty runny. You can't even see it. Let me go way close to the camera. There we go. It's pretty runny. Like, it's pretty thin, okay? So to get this back on, what you want to do is you want to hold that needle with your finger and then put the tip on your finger and then let your finger guide that needle right back into the tip. The reason I got 2 is because I like that there's this it's a little thinner. But then what I did is I mixed, this says half and half, because I mixed my mono liquid. Oh, my stamp sets are gonna fall. If you hear a crash, it's just stamp sets going everywhere. This is my Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue, and I mixed this. I mixed half of it with this, shook it up, and then that way I have some of this in a thin tip. But it's not so runny, right? So I love that they have this. It's great for putting sequins on your cards. Okay, so let me get everything situated. We're almost ready to dive in and make our card. So I wanted to share that. I love these little wood elements. I used them in my Project Life already. This stamp set is super cute. We're using it for our club this month. I'm going to do some fun embossing techniques and really show this. I love this stamp set. I think I've gotten more use out of this stamp set than any other stamp set so far. And I'll actually be doing a throwback to a card I did last fall. I'm going to redo it with this stamp set because it's beautiful. And then this, I did get this. I got this in the bundle. This punch is a little bit strange to punch with because you have an image that's going one direction and then an image that's going the other direction. And then to punch it, you obviously have to put it in a little bit wonky. So just be aware that when you're using the punch to stamp your images, make sure you stamp this image close to the side and this image, like, don't stamp them together like that. It's going to be hard to punch. but I do love this punch. I think it's great. So then we get into Halloween stuff, and I already told you guys I'm not really into Halloween. So the items I got, I did get the designer series paper, and I used that simply because it works great for fall too. So let me share that with you. And it does work great when you're making cards for other items, like these stars work really great, the polka dots. So I used a lot of this in my in my October Project Life album because it worked really well. I love this pattern right here. I've used this a lot on cards. I think it's a great pattern to cut up and use. So that's the Halloween paper, and it's not creepy, which that's the thing I have a problem with Halloween is I really don't like creepy stuff. So I like that it's not creepy. And then this is one of my favorite things ever, black glimmer paper. Let's just take a closer look at that. How beautiful is this glimmer paper? Love it. I've used a ton of this, and I ordered more last night. So here's some Halloween stamp sets. I did not get this one. I almost got it because it has this really cute pumpkin, but I didn't. And then I did not get this one. I didn't like the saying, "If the broom fits, write it." I felt like that was calling somebody a nasty name without really saying it. And then I didn't get this one, and I almost did, but Wendy got it. So she got the stamp set and the coordinating framelits, and so I just knew I could borrow it from her. And then that wraps up the catalog. So I really love the catalog this year. I think it's really beautiful. I think there's lots of different styles and things that you're going to be able to do. So hopefully you guys have all got your catalog, and if not, you need to let me know and I'll send one to you. But I thought it would be fun if not only did I do a catalog tour, but we made a card. So I'm going to go ahead and make this card right here. I thought it was really beautiful, but I'm going to change it up a tiny bit because in the catalog it has some white thread, and then it also uses that scene, what are they called, the Jingle All the Way, this set right here. It uses this set, and I don't have that set yet. So we're going to change it up a little bit, but it'll still be easy to make. So right now, it would be really great if everybody who's watching, if you could just type your name into the chat, because I'm going to give these away. So I just need everybody to chat your name in. I'm going to give you a minute to do that, and then I'm going to choose a winner. We'll choose a winner. But I just need everybody's name. The last comment I have was from Becca, and she said, I'm going to use that one in my December daily. So everything after that, if you could just type your name, and then we'll choose a winner while I get my items set up to make the card. Okay, so I think everybody has put their name in. You're typing your name in because I'm going to give these away, Catherine. I'm giving these away. So I need everybody to type their name in, because then I'm going to pick a number and I'm going to give this away. So I think everybody has, I'll give it one more minute. I'm going to give it one more second. I see that there is a, is it Frida? I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but I was wondering if you're the one that knows Wendy, that comes to her classes. Just because that's a different name I'm not used to seeing. So I was just wondering if you were the same person. Okay, so I'm going to give it one more second. And then I would really love it if maybe Nancy Wynn, if you could pick a number between 1 and 55, just a random number, and then type it into me. Oh, I'm so excited, Frida. So you met my husband. He towed you one night or helped you with a flat tire or something. Oh, how exciting. Thanks so much for coming by. That's exciting. So I'm just going to wait. I know because we have a little bit of a delay. So I'm just waiting until Nancy picks a number between 1 and 55, and I'm going to choose a winner. Okay, so I'm going to get started making the card, and as soon as I get a number, I will pick a winner. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm using. Okay, 25. So let me just go back and pick a winner really quick. So the winner is Katie. She said, I just happened to be on my lunch break. So hopefully Katie's still here. So Katie, if you will send me an email, I'm going to type in my email address. If you'll send me an email with your mailing address, I'll send those out to you. So congratulations, Katie. Okay, so let's get started making this card. So what I'm doing is I'm using a few products. So I'm using this from the annual catalog, and then we're using this Perfect Pines stamp set, and we're using the framelit that goes along with it. And I really love this. It's a really great set to use. It was easy to use. This card was actually very easy to recreate. So I really enjoyed using it. And then the stamp set is really pretty. It is a photopolymer set. So it does, when you're using photopolymer sets, it does take a little bit to get used to stamping. But if you'll just remember that with the clear images, like you'll see this image that I used. I have all my pieces here. So this image that I used right here, what I did is I just took a sanding block. I have one of our old sanding blocks right here. And what I did is I just very lightly rubbed it across my stamp set until my stamp set turned a little bit white. And then that allowed the stamp set to pick up the ink a little bit easier. So that's a little trick that I use. So I've already done a lot of the cutting and stuff because I kind of had a feeling I would probably talk quite a bit. So let's see here. So I'm going to start out with a mint macaroon 4x6 piece. And I love the mint macaroon. It is a great Christmas color. And we're going to be using mint macaroon ink. So let's get that ready. And then I have a piece of watercolor paper. And that's because we're going to be getting this paper wet. And so I wanted something that would hold up to the water. I'm going to turn my light maybe a little bit. Okay. So then we're going to be using a piece of this vellum, and this comes in this stack, and this vellum stack is beautiful. I skipped over this when we were looking through the catalog because I wanted to talk about it making this card. This vellum is really, really beautiful, and it has all these great images. These are gold snowflakes. It has these gold like wispy curly things. Then there's some black and white vellum, so it's beautiful. I really like it. So what I did is I took a piece of the vellum that has, which this is hard to see, of course. Let Let me see if you can see it over this craft piece. Let me get closer. Let's just go close up here. So this is like the gold dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5.5 because I want it to layer over that watercolor paper. We're going to be using this thread, and it has like unraveled and it's all over my desk, but I love it. It's okay. So now I have this piece right here. Now what I did for my trees is I stamped this one in mint macaroon ink. I stamped this one in pear pizzazz and cut it out of pear pizzazz paper. Okay. Then I stamped white over craft cardstock and cut it out. Now these are 3 different sizes. So what I didn't realize when I first looked at the catalog, I did not realize that the trees were 3 different sizes, that you had multiple sizes of trees. I thought the trees were all the same. So let's get to stamping. So we're going to use our watercolor wash background right here. And I'm just going to set it down on my surface. I really wish the light in here was better, guys. I really do. Hopefully you guys are seeing this okay. So now I just have my mint macaroon stamp pad, and I'm going to smash it down all over this. But I'm not really being that particular because it's not going to matter. We're going to do something else to it anyways. And look at that. I just got ink everywhere. All right, we'll just wipe it right on our pajamas because I'm in my pajamas still. I told you guys I wasn't feeling good at the very beginning of this video. So I'm still in my pajamas. So what are pajamas without a little ink on them? So I have one of our spritzers, and it says just water on it. It just has some washi tape, and it says just water. Now I'm going to hold this way up here, and I'm just going to spray down onto that stamp. So now it's like real wet, and my surface is wet, and the ink is wet, and I'm letting that, oops, I just dropped that right into it. That's okay, look, you can barely see it. So I'm just letting this be for a few minutes, and then I just want it to kind of mix and let that water sit. So then what you're going to do is just press your watercolor paper right down into that. And I really should have grabbed a piece of scratch paper. Do I have anything that I can use as a scratch paper? Oh, let me see. Okay. I'm just grabbing a piece of scratch paper, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put this right over here. And I like to use my brayer when I'm doing something like this, just so that I can make sure I'm really getting that on there. So then look how beautiful that is. So I am going to grab I'm going to set this aside. It's an inky mess. And then I am going to grab my heating tool, and we're going to dry this. I wasn't planning on doing that, but it's really wet. And I really want that watercolor look. I mean, I want it to be, because it's really pretty. So I don't want to dab it off. But you could just let it dry if you didn't want to use a heat tool. So it's going to be kind of loud for a minute, but let's go ahead and dry this. Okay, I think that's dry enough. So now our piece is going to go right over the piece we just watercolored, which already is beautiful, right? So in order to attach this vellum, I have a hard time attaching vellum, right? Because what do? How do you attach it? How do you make so the adhesive doesn't show? A lot of times I don't worry about whether or not it shows or not. A lot of times I don't worry about it because it's homemade and it's okay. But with this, I know that I'm going to be putting my trees here, and you can, whichever way you want to put this, like just look at it and see. Like I really like more of the design like this, so maybe I'll put it like this. So what I'm going to do is just add some, oh, you're so welcome, Katie. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us on your lunch break. So what I'm going to do is put some adhesive kind of where I know those trees are going to be, and I'm just kind of dabbing it on there. And then make sure that's stuck because it's on watercolor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use glue dots. And you can just use, I like to just pick up my glue dot and then go ahead and just stick it right in the corners. So I would usually edit this part out in my video, but I can't do that. So we'll just go pretty quick. The other thing that glue dots do is they give you a little bit of dimension without giving you a lot of dimension. And I do kind of like that. So now you can just line this up. Just like this. And the adhesive that I stuck down right here is going to allow the vellum to not necessarily curl up, and then those glue dots will hold it into the corner. Okay, so now the next thing that we can do is we can go ahead and attach this piece to our mint macaroon piece because we're not doing anything else to it. We're going to add our trees. And I'm going to add a lot of adhesive to this because it's a watercolor piece. And of course, it's kind of curling because I used the heat tool on it and there was water on it and ink. So I just want to make sure it's going to really stay down there. Okay, so we have that. This is just a card front. Then I can attach it to a white card to just make it easier. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I have my trees, but instead of adding white thread, I thought I would add the gold thread, or instead of adding white baker's twine or thick baker's twine, I really love this gold thread. And I've been using it a lot. If you've been watching my videos, I've been using it a ton. It's really, really thin. So this is super thin, and I bet you guys can probably not even see this. I'll bring it up closer. But do you see how thin it is? So the trick to this is to just put, just like how we held down our vellum, I'm just putting a bunch of little dots of adhesive all around. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach. We're going to start off by attaching it. I know this is hard to see, you guys, but then I'm just looping it. So I just bring it up and I loop it. And I'm going to bring this up way close for you guys to see as soon as I'm done. But you're going to use a lot. Like, it's not going to be a tiny bit like with baker's twine when you really try to be conservative and you don't use a lot of it. I mean, I really want you to get this thread and get a ton of it and just loop it every which way. I'm just touching it into those glue dots, and I'm kind of just letting it twist. You know, thread will kind of like twist and turn on its own, and so I'm really just letting it do that, and I'm not worrying about it. I know it looks like a big mess right now. It looks like this huge gigantic mess, but I promise it won't look like that when we're done. Okay, so I like a lot, so I'm going to keep doing this until I feel like I have a lot. Now you want big loops. You want it out because you're going to put those trees in the middle. So you want those loops to come way far out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that, and then I'm going to show you guys before I put on the trees. So I know it looks like a big mess, right? It's just a big, big mess. Let's turn this off and see if maybe that's better. You guys tell me if you like the light with the light on or off, if it's better for you guys. So now what we're going to do is put our trees on, and that's really going to be it. Now I thought about doing a saying on this. I actually thought about gold embossing up here one of the sayings from the stamp set, and you could totally do that. There's some great sentiments in here. I was afraid that I would mess it up. Wishing you a season of wonderful moments and more memories. I really like that one. And I thought that would be really pretty embossed with gold right up here. But I just decided not to because I was really afraid that I would mess up and then I would be really up a creek because, you know, I had watercolored. And so the first tree that's going down is our craft color tree. And that's just craft cardstock, and then it is stamped with white craft ink. And I'm putting that down, and I just used the snail adhesive and I put that flat down. Now you can see that covered up a lot of my twine already, a lot of my thread already. Okay, so hopefully everything's still, hopefully I'm still streaming live. Let me know if I am, maybe. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the mint macaroon. And okay, so I think I'm just delayed. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the mint macaroon. Thanks, it's kind of hard. I have two screens going on. The mint macaroon, and I'm going to put this on dimensionals. Again, I'd probably edit this out of my video, but you guys get to see it today. So now I'm going to make that go a little bit lower than the craft tree, and I'm putting that right over. And then our very last one is going to be this green one, and we're going to go ahead and just put snail on our green tree. And we're tucking that in. That's the only thing, is when you use dimensionals and then you want to tuck something, sometimes you have to lift up a little bit. But that's okay. Just lift it up and press it down. And then I got this crooked. We cannot have that. Okay. So now the trees are also holding down all of that twine that you see. So that's why you want to make those loops really, really big, because those trees are going to cover up a lot of it anyways, but it's going to help it to hold it down. And then that is really all there is to this card. That's all I did. So I did want to mention that recently. So when, I have to tell you an honest moment. So when the cardstock came out, the thick white cardstock, I was like, that's ridiculous. I've been using Whisper White cardstock. It's been totally fine. I'm not buying this thick white cardstock. I don't really think it's going to make any difference in my cards. So I didn't buy it. I didn't even talk about it, I don't think. And I just thought, well, that's great. If somebody wants to get that, they will, but I'm not getting it. So I was over at Wendy's and she handed me a card, and I think she was giving it to me for something, or I don't know what the deal was. And she handed me this card and I was like, oh my gosh, what card, like, what did you use? What is this cardstock? And she said, it's the thick Whisper White cardstock. And I was blown away at the difference of how different it felt and how much nicer it felt. And I was like, I've never even used this. And she freaked out and she's like, you've never used the thick Whisper White cardstock? And I was like, no. And so she gave me a pack of it and she's like, I can't stand the thought of you not using it. You have to use it. And so that's what this is. It's the thick Whisper White cardstock. And it is much nicer for a card base than our Whisper White. It's much thicker. It's 100-pound weight. And if you're looking for that, for your card to just be a little bit more sturdy, that is really the way to go. So I just stuck that on a card base. And I scored it. So instead of just folding it and then using my bone folder and smashing it down, I scored it on my trimmer just so that it wouldn't crack. This paper, because it's so thick, will tend to crack. So this is the card we just made, and then this was the one I made the other day to make sure that I was capable of making it. So I have two here, right here. And I'm going to send 2 of these cards out to one of you guys, 2 of you guys that are here. So I'm going to just pick. I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to let my mouse roll over a name, and I'm going to pick. So I'm going to send one to Nancy because she helped out with picking. So Nancy, send me send an email to me with your mailing address, and I'll send you one of these cards. And then I would love to send one to Frida. So just because I think it's so cool you came by and watched my video. Frida is one of Wendy's customers. She is goes to one of Wendy's. She goes to Wendy's classes sometimes. Say that 10 times fast. Wendy's classes. And so my husband actually he's a tow truck driver, and he helped her out one day and came home and said, I think I met somebody that you know, and it was Frida. And so I actually would love to send a card to her too, just to thank her for coming by and watching my live stream today. I was really nervous about doing it. I didn't sleep much last night because I was so nervous about doing this for the first time. So I really appreciate your guys' support. So Frida, if you'll email me I'll actually just give your card to Wendy, and she'll just go ahead and send it out to you. So you don't have to worry about giving me your address. And then I'll send one to Nancy for helping out so much. Thanks, Eva, for coming by and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And I actually have to go too because I have to go grab my youngest daughter from school, but I really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me. And I hope to be doing this again. I bought the camera, and I hope that it's something that I can do more often with you guys, because I really enjoy doing it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And remember, if you place an order with me using the Hostess code on my website today, $40 or more, you'll get free enamel dots, Christmas enamel dots. So thanks, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.